Hey everyone, welcome to Born Losers Gaming. My name is Ian, and welcome to Team Cherry's special little announcement about Silksong. The news dropped a couple days ago that this was happening, and I wasn't planning on reacting to it because I really want to just go into the game whenever it releases without knowing anything. But we had enough people ask, you know, are you going to look, are you going to watch? Casey is still going it fully blind, but I figured, why not? Let's go and watch. We're a few minutes late. Ignore the title. We're not looking at that. Let's see what it is, and then let's go from there. Let's just watch. I know that. That's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Oh, hell yeah, we can just swim. No problem. No problemo. I like the more ascend to the peak of a haunted kingdom. I like that there's like people. It feels very alive, which obviously Hollow Knight didn't really get to do. Yeah, we fly. Yeah, we just soar. They're so quirky. Positive. Damn. Look at that. That was very horizontal, I feel. I'm gonna have to like go back, look at things. I'm already missing words that are on screen. Oh, the animation. Look at that. A vast handcrafted world. Oh, we know. Oh, we are aware. We can just fly. I mean, I know. It's double jump. I know. Battle over 200. This sounds like a Nintendo thing. With over 200 levels. Making sure over 40 legendary. They're besties. They were roommates, I'm sure. What is happening? I can't. I need to go back frame by frame. I'm going to go by frame by frame. Restore a Kingdom's Hope. Oh, new honey butter. Oh, yeah, okay. The fandom kind of be like, which we ignore. No! Say this year. Please say this year. Please, I'm begging you. Please. It has to be. Fuck, yes. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going. Let's go back to my friend. Let's go look at things. Let's go. Let's just. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. September. That is, I mean, that's what? Like 2 weeks away? That's literally 2 weeks from what? From what? Today? No. I don't know how to count. Yes, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. What the hell? Okay. Let's just watch. It's a minute and 50 seconds. We can watch it, and I can pause this time, and we can look at things. Holy shit. It's fine. I'm not going to end up on the screaming compilation. I think that's okay. Let's look at this. I mean, it's so lush and green. I wonder if any of the sort of like the genuine gods of Hollow Knight are going to have any pull or sway over different lands. I really feel like Green Path went not unexplored. There's obviously a lot there that was laid out in the lore. But when it comes to stuff that was really like not as, I don't know, it didn't go as far, obviously, because eventually the narrative really needed to follow, you know, the Pale Court, everything about the king. And it felt like we just left this other god behind. It would be really interesting if we saw more of that. I'm not the biggest lore head anymore. A lot of the lore I knew of Hollow Knight was 4 years ago. So definitely be patient with me if I don't, if I say anything silly. Like, look, okay, I mean, there's a lot of death here too, but there is still just like some beings here. This is Cave Story. You're seeing just a small little fishing person, just like, yeah, I suppose I'll just fish a little bit. Love seeing the little cicada thing move forward. Look how happy everything is here. Benches. Is that a bench with like a... Are we about to see how much Hornet can bench? I bet it's a lot more than you and me combined. Ascend to a peak. I am going to pause a lot. Ascend to the peak of a haunted kingdom. I mean, that's very on par. This is going to be so, I'm so annoyed. I'm not a React tuber. I don't know what the ins and outs are. Uh, I mean, you could honestly just say the same thing about Hollow Knight, the original game, though it wasn't ascend to the peak of a haunted kingdom. So for some reason, starting at the bottom, working our way up, which would be interesting since the map felt very horizontal. We'll see what that looks like in a second. We're moving. Oh, wow. Speaking of haunted, I mean, just an actual graveyard. I'm tripping over my words. 10:30 should not be too early in the day. You know what I mean? But it is. She's just going. She's just going. Why not? Okay, updrafts again to get more verticality. That feels a little limiting in a way, unless you can make them yourself. If you can Rivali's Gale, this sort of thing, that is an entirely different subject. That is interesting. Again, a whole town, everything is so alive. It's so interesting. Now, I really Stink Shard, Magma. You know what? That's what the comma button is for. We get to go back frame by frame. Let's look at some of this stuff. Sting Shard, a vicious stabbing trap. We can build it. Just know it disturbs us. These devious implements you conceive to kill. I think they might like being alive. 11 required what? Pale ore. Something similar to that. Vicious stabbing trap. Magma Ball. The trinket is her own invention. It wards against the deadly lava and heat around these docks. The workers used to request them of us. Now they've lost the mind to care. So something to help protect against lava. Okay, that's I feel very linear. You know, key fits in. Well, no, not necessarily. Because there might be like magma attacks as well. Okay, that'll be interesting. And you know what? And see, that's exactly why we pull out the comma and the period. If you don't know, comma goes back a frame, period goes forward a frame. We can literally just go between the two if we want. I shouldn't. Crafting kit. Crafting it by claw alone produces inferior results. With this kit, you can craft finer, sharper, and deadlier tools. If that is your wish. Almost pacifist. What, Hornet, what are you doing? I didn't even see her. She's literally like, yo, what's up? That looks stupid. But I mean, literally looking straight up. It's like, they're over there. You're looking here? They're there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, look how horizontal, from what I remember from early movement, there was a lot of ways I felt like to keep her momentum. Again, haven't watched that stuff in 4 years. Kind of trying to go in with as little knowledge as possible. I'm gonna try not pay attention to names. It's very, very. There's still obviously verticality to it. It has to be, but that is interesting. Some of these areas seem smaller. Look at Bellheart. Like that is. I'm not gonna look at names immediately. It's fine. It's fine. Lethal acrobatic action. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like keeping that momentum, like seeing these horizontal ways that Hornet can keep moving and still keep the verticality as well. Here's that lava we were talking about just a second ago. I mean, one upgrade going to be enough to be like, yeah, you can fall in. It's fine. Take a bath. It's not a big deal. I love the ways that you can use, like, it looks like the down attack in air. You don't bounce as high as before, but that lets you bounce off a little bit and keep that combo going. Which feels like it'll be a little bit more involved than, say, just, like, because Hollow Knight is very simple, and it's made to be very, well, quote unquote simple in how your attacks work. You swipe, you swing at them. You get a couple upgrades to your nail arts that let you do a little bit more. But for the most part, it really is. Press the X button to attack and space yourself. Spacing was so important. If we see a little bit more involved in the combat and how you can string things together, that'd be very interesting. It'd be interesting to see as it gets a little more complex while still probably keeping a lot of simplicity, because the simplicity is what I would say is Hollow Knight's charm. But obviously when you make a sequel, you can't really just do the exact same thing. Health bar, interesting. Looks like the last little piece of health, that's different than it was before, right? Okay, well now I need to go back. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing the top left is actually different. I wonder if those are interchangeable for different attack styles. Though the last mask on the left does change. There's a crack in it for some reason. Don't know why. With flames coming out. A vast handcrafted world. Faceless bug mask. They all have that same mask. Yeah, stop barfing all over the place. Taco Bell joke. She just walked up and just kind of like headbutted them. Watch. Let's go back and check out that double jump. Again, the double jump is, they might have canceled it early, but that double jump is not as... Okay, it looks like they did end it a little bit early. Don't even want to guess. I don't even want to begin to guess. Like, oh, we'll just ascend to heaven. It's not a big deal. It's just, it's kind of what, you know, it's what friends do at this point in time. Oh, there's some bugs. You can see some, yeah, stuff in the foreground and in the background. Gorgeous. Stunning. Another, it looks like another thing in the top left. Another one that we hadn't seen before. This is with what, 8 masks now? Might be, I mean, farther in the game. Battle over 200 ferocious foes. Gears on the top left. More arenas. No one watching in the background. They were roommates. Why? Why? Why are you like this? Just no hands out. No like, oh, no. Just like, imagine she did this against us in Hollow Knight. Like, middle of the fight, just pulls this out. I would die. What am I supposed to do? I'm distracted. I would laugh my ass off. Yeah, okay. Yep. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, the flies everywhere. Romeo. All right, let's look at this. Really don't want to just pin. No, is that like too generic for Tumblr Sexy Man? That's what I was like, is this, it gave Tumblr Sexy Man energy at first. The more I looked at it, the more that's just kind of like, oh, look, big showy. I don't know if that fits. Tumblr Sexy Man got to be a little ugly to be a Tumblr Sexy Man. I know y'all know what I mean. I am positive. Weird, the tendrils top left. So many different, I wonder what that'll be. I wonder what that'll be. Again, I'm trying to avoid stuff, so if it's already answered, I'm avoiding it. So, all right. Big drill heads. God, just big absolute grippers. Trying to, ooh, again, look, more mausoleum type stuff in the background. Haunted, death, I mean, and you, I feel like I remember seeing, I wanted to see that without like the act. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, okay, it looks like there might be lava on the bottom. Could be some form of corrosion. Everything's felt very sharp, very mechanical in a way. Or at least not everything. Just there, it feels like I've seen a lot of stuff like that from some of the enemies, the bosses of this game, whatever's going on with this world. Just interesting. Again, lava being his big thing. Restore Kingdom's Hope. Lumafly. Well, are those Lumaflies? What if they're different? What if there's something else? I love all of the little character designs. Honey Butter, not 2.0, but you know, I need the freeze frame. It's stupid. What's 9 plus 10? It's stupid. Hornet Waits 2 is like, go ahead. I will get your hopes up. I will absolutely stomp them out. Stupid. And then there's this. I've seen that other character before. I don't, obviously, clearly big, important. I mean, God, and look at the arena. Just an absolute, like, bed of, well, it looks to be roses, white roses. Elevator, something in the background. How does this other character... Stupid. What do you have? Do you have a needle? You have like it's very sharp. It's very, almost looks like a pin needle itself, similar to Hornets. I don't know. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about them. They might have a literal name, and I just don't know. Don't know. Cool. And then hold on. Let me. I'm gonna do a new reaction. Are you gonna release this year? No! Sorry. I just want to be one of those guys. You know what I mean? Like you see you see them and they're all seem like they're having such a great time. I wanted it to be me. I apologize. It's cringe. Shut up. Okay. I don't really have much more to say than that. I'm not the person to do the deep dives. Go watch Mossbag. I think we all know that. I've not watched any of Mossbag's content because again, I'm really trying to go into this not knowing stuff. It looks like these updrafts are in multiple areas around. Quick way to get up. And so I don't know if we're going to be able to create them ourselves. It doesn't look like it's going to be a Rivali's Gale type thing. Love the characters. Cool seeing these things. It'll be interesting. God, look at all of the different pin types. How many of those are self-placed? How many of those mean something? There's a bunch that we see over and over. I see 8 of the golden ones with the line down the middle. Then there's more obvious ones. I see benches. I see that egg. These gray things. Different gray things. They don't have something in the middle like that. That's interesting. I thought it was a dire docs. Stupid. I'm stupid. And then there's more. There's more of that gold. Like, these are everywhere. These can't be. Unless the game is going to give us a billion pins, which honestly, there were some times that in the original Hollow Knight, when I was first playing, I wish there was more pins. At the very least, they didn't all need to be different colors. Not that it matters. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to get anything more. More ash? More ash? Like, could there have been more worms? Is that a possibility? Does that fit in with lore at all? No, this can't just be ash. This is something more. It's not designed the same way. Now, obviously, with a new game, they might design it a little bit differently, but this might, I mean, just be snow? I don't know. I feel like in my head, I'm actually coming up with decent thoughts for once, which I don't feel like I didn't see. I hit the L button. I hit L. What the hell? Where does L take you? Where's the little dude? I saw little old dude. Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. What's going on? What's going on with you? You're a weirdo. And a bitch. You're stupid. All right. Yeah, no. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up on this. Good freeze frame. Okay, thanks for coming by to this little short. I mean, obviously it's 1:50 seconds and I stretched it out 20 minutes because I yap incessantly. Fuck. September 4th. Okay, see y'all in 2 weeks. I mean, for those of you who have been around since we did Hollow Knight, I mean, I know y'all know that we're coming at it day one. Gonna try and get something out as soon as possible. That's unbelievable. That's so cool. I feel like I'm numb to it because I really thought, I always knew it was we all knew it was going to happen eventually. But now that it's happened, I genuinely, I feel like it doesn't feel, I don't think it's set in yet that it's going to happen. I don't feel like I felt that ecstasy, that ecstasy. I don't feel like I'm in that ecstatic moment yet I need to just play it. I think once it's out, once it really sets in that it's coming out in 2 weeks. I remember when Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4, when those were getting like a few weeks away. I mean, obviously we knew about it like a few months in advance, but when those last few days were coming, it didn't actually feel real. I remember I went through different waves of like excited, worried, the pain of realizing that I was going to be out of this thing that I've looked forward to again. And that's going to happen with Silksong. We're going to play Silksong. We're going to get through it. We're going to 100% it. And then it's going to be over again. And that, okay, I'll go through the motions on my own time. For now, thank you all for tuning in. If there's any of y'all who are somehow new, don't know who we are, me and Casey, we have been doing this for years. We played Hollow Knight blind 4 or 5 years back. One of the best series on the channel, just because we got to have that raw blind experience. You know, very good job from our moderators being able to keep up and make sure that we did not know anything, as we did 60 plus episodes and did literally everything the game had to offer outside of one. You'll have to watch the series to see what it is. Okay, this is cool. I will see you all on September 4th. Casey will see you all on September 4th. I'm so excited for Casey, just being able to go into this so blind. I hope y'all are excited. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.